Revenge Wrestling presents Halftime Heat.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Halftime Heat. This is your guy, Edgar, here with my broadcast partner, The Coach. And we have one hell of a special match for this mini edition of Halftime Heat.
Oh, no doubt about it, Edgar. And the match that we're talking about is the winner-take-all match under mixed tag team rules. This match has been oddly arranged by Stein's manager, Oleg. It's all because of the fact that Wallace Mays, Johnny Hazard, and the Misfits have taken over Pro Wrestling Japan, where Stein and Oleg's stable were drenched in championship gold. But thanks to the board of directors in PWJ, they've decided to make them defend every championship against the members of the Misfits family. Wallace had made a promise that he was going to take everything that Stein and Oleg loves because they've robbed him of the Revenge Intercontinental Championship years ago. And they have succeeded at doing so, and Oleg is not having it. If Wallace loses this match, every title he and the Misfits won is going back to Oleg's crew.
But most importantly, who is Wallace teaming up with? We'll find out next. No fucking way!
Wow, the Armed and Dangerous has chosen the Conversation Amaya Jackson straight from the Revenge Women's Division. Looks like Mason and Oleg's plan doesn't look too good on their end.
You might be right, Coach. Having a heavy hitter like the Conversation on your side should definitely make you feel like you have nothing to worry about at all. But I wouldn't take Oleg's crew lightly, though.
Absolutely not. We've heard the phone conversation on Instagram where Mason Payne was trying to intimidate Wallace. And judging from that alone, I don't think Mason Payne is the type of guy that you should take lightly. Boy, how confident does Mason Payne and Fiona Halon look right now?
You sure that they look confident? They seem a bit shaken after they saw Amaya Jackson being the tag partner to Wallace.
Well, be that as it may, they gotta make sure that their heads are in the game and do two things. Defeat Wallace's team and bring all the gold back home where it belongs.
I still find it hella weird that this winner-take-all match is happening under Oleg's approval and not the general manager of Pro Wrestling Japan. Very suspicious, if you ask me.
Here we go, guys. The winner-take-all match is underway. Remember, if Wallace's team loses this match, he and the Misfits will have to give the championships that they've won back to Stein and Oleg's crew.
And if Oleg's team fails, they don't get shit. Simple as that.
Wallace and Mason are starting off wild as Wallace picks him up. Putting damage on the ribs and a big Oklahoma stampede. Going for the cover as he hooks the leg. And a kick out by Mason Payne at 2.
The fact that Oleg orchestrated a stipulation to prevent Wallace from having his girlfriend KC as his tag partner really speaks volumes. You don't think he's scared that KC is gonna drop his female prospect on her head with no hesitation?
Wouldn't surprise me, Edgar. That's one vicious big boot. Shoulders down and a kick out by the Armed and Dangerous. As Mason tries to grapple Wallace. Whoa, what in the hell is Fiona Halon thinking?
Fiona, have you lost your rabbit-ass mind?
And Wallace has had enough of that.
That's for touching me, bitch.
As Mason strikes the back of Wallace while he was distracted. Wallace kicks the gut of Mason. Looks like a suplex to powerbomb about to be delivered. Nice counter by Wallace and an Enzu lariat by Mason Payne, shutting down the Armed and Dangerous.
I must admit, a very impressive standing by the likes of Oleg's prospects. Looking a bit strong against a freak of nature like Wallace.
A bad idea of having Fiona tagged in as she hits Wallace with the double axe handle on his back.
Very dumb chess move on behalf of Mason Payne.
What a slap to Wallace's face.
That barely phased his giant ass.
And another wild slap to Wallace's face. That barely phased him as well.
He's telling her to turn it up a notch.
Looks like Fiona is doing just that as Wallace quickly grabs her. German suplex, and he hits his signature corkscrew Pele kick.
How the hell does Wallace do that at that size of his?
6'7", 297 pounds, and moves like a cruiserweight. As Wallace tags in, the conversation, and this screams trouble for Oleg's female prospect.
Any woman that runs the fade in the ring with Amaya Jackson always screams trouble.
And already, Amaya is going ballistic.
I mean, did you expect anything less from her? This is what she does.
The conversation is going for the pin. Shoulders down and a kick out at 2.
I bet Fiona didn't expect this amount of energy from the conversation.
Nice little counter by Halon as she grapples Amaya. Lifts her up, and a nice modified suplex hip toss delivered to Jackson.
Helen is looking all right here, trying to cool Amaya's temperature down to a minimum by keeping her in control.
And that's exactly what you have to do if you're going against the conversation. As Amaya kicks out at 2 after that moonsault by Fiona Halon. Trying to go for that float over DDT as Amaya quickly stops Fiona on her tracks. And a relentless European uppercut to the jaw of Fiona. But Halon is still fighting for her life.
Damn, this woman is one tough-ass cookie.
Fiona slaps the mouth of Amaya as she Irish whips her to the corner.
Oh shit! This is not good here. Mason is smiling and Wallace can't do anything about it. If he does, he gets disqualified and loses the titles.
Mason Payne stomps the shoulder of Amaya Jackson, and he's loving this, stomping her face. Now going for the pin. Shoulders down and a kick out by the conversation.
Be for real, Mason. You know Amaya isn't going out like that.
And now he's mocking and taunting Wallace. He knows if he does something, he'll get disqualified. I know Amaya is as tough as nails, but look at the size difference between her and Mason.
Unfair advantage indeed, coach. But like you said, Amaya Jackson is tough as nails. There's a reason why she's selected as Wallace's partner. And there's also a reason why he has faith that she could be the future of the Revenge Women's division.
Mason is putting so much torque onto Amaya with that modified camel clutch. And Wallace Mays is rallying the fans behind her as they are clapping for Amaya to get out of this submission.
Look at the fight in Amaya's eyes. She's not giving up, no matter how much pressure Mason is putting on her with that camel clutch.
And it looks like Amaya has slithered out of the submission hold.
Oh shit! She's throwing hands and feet on Mason Payne.
And an axe kick on the back of Mason's skull as Amaya falls down from exhaustion.
Man, Amaya is really showing out here, and the fans love it.
Wallace is itching for that tag. Amaya is crawling slowly and methodically towards Wallace.
She better hurry before Mason's big ass gets up.
There's the tag, and the Armed and Dangerous is all charged up. Another clothesline. And he hits the winning edge on Mason Payne.
Damn!
And Fiona Halon gets obliterated, trying to save Mason.
Wallace doesn't waste any time, does he? He goes in and he doesn't hold back at all.
Amaya's not holding back either, as she wants to gang up on Fiona while Mason Payne is out of the ring. Two power bombs, and another one, this time sending Fiona Halon out of here.
Dangerous conversation is causing damage to Oleg's prospects. I bet he's pissed.
And speaking of the devil, wait a minute. I thought Mason Payne had promised that Oleg would not interfere.
Looks like they're bending the rules. Hold up.
It's the Gravity's champion, Andy Jaden, and she has a barbed wire 2x4 on her hand.
And she just clocked Oleg's dirty forehead with it.
And have you noticed, Edgar? Neither Stein or Michaela are even here to make sure he's okay.
Oh shit, he's back up. Look out, Wallace.
Spirit Crusher by Wallace and a chick kick by Amaya Jackson.
This is one hell of a tag team chemistry between the Armed and Dangerous and the Conversation.
And it looks like Amaya Jackson is ready to close out this match.
I sure hope Pinky Romero is watching this and studying everything Amaya is doing in that ring, especially since she has a 3-on-1 match against her, Cedra, and Razor at the UK episode.
Trust me, Edgar, from the way that Amaya has performed here tonight, I would be real worried of what else she has in store if I was Pinky, for sure. There it is, the deadly conversation. Wallace and Amaya has saved the titles from being taken away by Oleg. That was one hell of a mixed tag team match by both teams. But Oleg's plan has backfired as Wallace, Mays, and the Misfits are still prospering while they are on a mission to bring the Revenge Intercontinental Championship back home and on the waist of the Armed and Dangerous.
And the plus part, Amaya Jackson has 2 wins on her Revenge record. One more win, and she gets a Women's Championship opportunity.
Oh no, Wallace is not done yet. He has brought out a table, and you know what's about to happen to Oleg.
Oleg is about to get folded.
I know what's going on here. Wallace and Andy know that Stein is too much of a coward to show up and save Oleg, and he knows that Wallace will get him. So attacking Oleg is pretty much a message being sent to both Stein and Michaela before their tag match on Sunday Night Heat.
Andy is going to the top, and it's doomsday for Oleg.
This is a clear message to Stein and Michaela from Dangerous Flight. They don't have no earthly idea what kind of team that they're about to deal with.